Rogue One all-release bonus features on the Blu-ray.
Star Wars
We're
universe
doing a
is
reaction.
connected in many ways. Explore the deeper connections hidden in Rogue One.
May the Force be with us.
This droid is a practical puppet,
That's awesome.
operated by the same team
Practical
that brought
effects.
BB-8 to life.
It's
in
nice to see a
Episode
return
7,
of
The Force Awakens.
practical effects.
The
Turbo Tank, my favorite
designed by
truck,
Joe Johnston,
favorite
is one of
Star
the
Wars
rare
vehicle,
Star
one of
Wars
them.
vehicles with wheels. It was
I have
first
2
used by
of
the
those
Clone Army
in my
Episode
collection.
3, Revenge of the Sith.
Congratulations. You are being rescued.
K2SO
that's awesome.
was originally designed to be a black protocol droid.
C-3PO type body, but extended kind of
The
type.
first appearance of a TIE Reaper,
that's cool.
designed by
The
co-production
TIE Reaper.
designer Doug Chang.
Very cool stuff. Visions of Hope. Death Troopers.
For the beginning
Awesome.
of the film,
Love the look of the Death Trooper.
everyone's been genuinely scared. You want
Awesome
something to
design
come up with something more
for the
menacing.
trooper. I
Gareth
wish we
saw
saw
some
more of
paintings
them
of
in the
Ralph
film.
Court where he stylized the stormtroopers and made them very tall and very elegant. And we
And
thought,
I know
well,
in
this could
Rebels,
become our
season
SEAL Team
4, we're
6
gonna get
version
more of the Death
stormtroopers. I love those challenges where you're trying to create something new, but then it has to fit within the universe of Star Wars. So we just took a stormtrooper, thinned it up, painted it black, to see if it would work. And it was actually really
Very cool. The Empire.
Jin, if you're listening, my beloved,
Matt.
so much of my life has been wasted.
He plays a very important part in her arc. He is a man who is a scientist. I think if you have an equivalent, it would be Oppenheimer, a man who invents something extremely powerful that can save the human species, but at the same time can do the exact opposite as well.
It's a heartbreaking idea of the father saying, I've been forced to do this terrible thing, and I can't do anything else, but now it falls to you, my only daughter, my only child, to put this right.
It must be destroyed.
I know. We will.
So for that reason, I thought it was a beautiful character by itself, and then it was slung into a Star Wars universe, so who can ask for anything else?
That's right, Matt.
Right, so just be careful of that lovely grate, sir. I don't know if you want to move over that way a little bit, so your head's away from the grate, sir.
Mads is absolutely tremendous. He's a father himself and actually has so many paternal
That's cool.
qualities. It was so playful working with him.
I love that little girl,
Every
even
time
though she didn't
I
even
would
have
see
a
him,
single line
I
in
would
the
just
movie, I
shout
don't think. Or
Dad,
maybe she did,
which I think
like
was a
a
little
couple of
bit
small lines.
disconcerting, but it was the
But
fact
I believe
that
that was
he
young
was on Jin's
Jin
side.
Erso
He's
right
truly
there.
in
and
her
I like the
camp.
interaction between those two right there. Very cool.
Director
Krennic.
Lord Vader.
As soon as you put him in a scene, that's all
Vader.
you want to see. It's like really hard to come back from that. You have to be really careful how you use him, because if you bring him in too early in the film, you sort of just want Vader
And
for the
I
rest
love
of the movie.
the way that they held
The
Vader
Rebel
out
flagship is
of most of the
disabled, my
movie.
lord, but has received
Even
transmissions from
watching
the
it
surface.
again
Prepare
on
a
Blu-ray,
boarding party.
I
Suddenly your
wasn't
brain
really
is exploding,
waiting
not
for
only our
Vader,
film,
even though I
but the
knew
other
he
film,
was
which
going
is
to come
about
in
to
later.
come
But
live.
from my first viewing to my last, I was never waiting for Vader. But when he showed up, it was just true.
in A New Hope, I got to film. You know, as a fan, that was an incredible experience.
I can describe it in one word. Goosebumps.
Goosebumps. Awesome. Love that damn scene. Bodhi and Saw.
I loved Riz Ahmed in Nightcrawler. And as we were looking for a character for Bodhi Rook, I made sure to throw his name in the hat. He did a few auditions for us. He kept cranking out different versions of Bodhi.
The security checkpoint is still manned. You said the alarm would clear them out.
Well, it should have. They shouldn't. If you would... can you just bluff your way through?
Riz filmed himself. He was in New York. Like, he did a little thing of, like, this is how Bodhi could be.
Ha! What did I tell you? And then obviously then I started kind of, the obsession starts where you start sending, like doing 50,000 takes of something because you left to your own devices. Can you not just bluff your way through?
What? You cannot be serious.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're a spy. Do your spy thing. And then he was like, great, we've got what we need. But I didn't stop there. I just carried on recording more takes and just emailing him. I was like, screw it, I've got his email address now. You're a spy. Do your spy thing.
He could be like this, or he could be like this, or he could be like this. And it was like,
That's
okay,
sweet.
anyway, you've got the part, and then got another like 8 clips saying all this, all this, all this, all this, all this.
Okay, what did I tell you? What did I tell you? I was like, okay, I've kind of totally screwed this up
cool.
now. I'm like spamming the
That's
director.
cool. Very cool. Saw.
Saw Gerrera was a character that was in Clone Wars.
Yes.
Saw is a long-standing Star Wars character who's inhabited the periphery of Star Wars storytelling for a while. He was an idea that came from George.
Because we came into Lucasfilm and found that George had already left some ideas behind, and we thought, well, God, what else could we do? It was Kiri's idea, actually, that it be Saw Gerrera, and that would further legitimize the story inside the stories that had already been told.
Saw Gerrera came to the rebellion early.
nice.
He
Wow,
was
look at
an
that.
activist. He's frustrated.
concept part
The Republic
of Saw,
is in
that was awesome. I'd
disarray
love
and
to have that
chaos.
as a picture on
The
my
Rebel
wall.
Alliance hasn't really come together in the way that he thought it would.
We see him as a broken person, and you realize this is what a lifetime of fighting the Empire can turn you into.
Jyn the Rebel, because she rebels.
I love the chaos. I love it. So the fitness, nothing compared to doing Rogue One.
Ooh. She really hit it. Wow.
Every day there's some kind of assault course obstacle that we're given.
Oh, that was
There
nice.
was a lot of rehearsal, a lot of preparation. We're trying to create a situation where being
Look at the
thrown
hard
off
work that
balance
goes
can
into
produce something spontaneous
what we see
to
on
make that
film.
feel as real as possible, to make it feel like, you know, that your heart's beating and you're actually in this situation. It's quite late in the day. There's been a lot of running around. Just gonna do some stretches.
Action.
It's been the most physical exercise I've ever done in my entire life.
K2SO.
One of the biggest physical differences between Alan and K2 is that K2 is about a foot, 14 inches taller than Alan. So you want the eye line to be in the right place. So most of the time, Alan is wearing these really wonderfully made stilts. And that puts his knees at the right place, puts his shoulder at the right place, puts his head in the right place.
Wow.
And it always worked better and it transferred better if there was more of a personality in his movement. K2 walks down a hallway and is passed by another K2 model that's in the Empire and hasn't been freed by a reprogram like K2 was. He's like a soldier and he's walking very perfectly and very straight and
I love
upright.
that part.
And then K2 is kind of sort of loping along a little bit.
I
think
love
that's what
that
makes
about K2.
K2 a little bit more accessible
More-
and, gosh, I'm gonna
More
say it, lovable.
Absolutely. Totally agree. Great job on K2SO on this film.
There are times when what
And I look
Alan
forward
needs
to seeing
do
K2SO
are just a
in
little too
Rebels,
awkward and dangerous
season
to do
4.
with the stilts.
I'm
So in order to have his eye line at
99.9%
the
sure
right
we're gonna
place,
get it.
there's a backpack that's been rigged with a couple little poles and a cutout photo of K2's head.
If there's ever a time where I have to put that thing on, oh God, no. Here it comes. It's so awful.
and then this telescoping head that comes out of the top, and it's just true. It's just a piece of poster board with a really rudimentary K2 face. And this has come from ILM. Diego said, "Alan, it's amazing how little respect you have on this set right now."
Because there's no way to respect this, you know? It's like if we were just witnessing the first science fiction film done
in elementary school.
Exactly.
They call it the Death Star, but they have no idea there's a way to defeat it.
One of the best Star Wars films ever
We
made.
need to capture the Death Star.
It is one of the best ones made. This movie, and I stated this after my first couple of viewings, falls number 2 behind Empire Strikes Back for me, and it's still in that same order.
I never ever
Empire Strikes Back,
lucky enough to be directing
Rogue
Star Wars.
One, A New Hope, Return of the Jedi. Then I would probably go Revenge of the Sith.
We'll find a way to find out. Rebellions are built on hope.
Trying to think. Not Phantom Menace. I'm forgetting the name of the middle prequel, but the middle prequel and then Phantom Menace in that order. That's terrible. I'm forgetting that prequel. Awesome. All right, guys. So that was a look at some of the Blu-ray features available on the Blu-ray. So I hope a bunch of you guys have gone out and picked up your copy of the Blu-ray. I actually got my digital copy over a week ago, and I've viewed Rogue One probably about an additional 4 or 5 times besides the theatrical views that I saw. I even did the commentary viewing with the Collider, the guys at the Collider over on the Collider channel. They have a really great commentary for Rogue One, so I suggest you guys checking that out and watching the film with those guys. It's a really good time. But you guys, let me know what you thought of the additions here to the Blu-ray. The one thing I will say is I'm very disappointed that the deleted scenes and those outtakes that we did not get to see. I would like to see what this film was intended to be before all of the reshoots and changes that were made. There is a very, very good video done by Star Wars Explained, by Alex over at Star Wars Explained, that covers some of those deleted scenes from the original trailers and concepts for Rogue One. So I suggest you guys running over to Star Wars Explained channel and taking a look at what Alex has to say about those items. Really, really good video. I checked it out earlier today. But guys, let me know what you thought. Were you happy with the extras that were available on the Blu-ray? Do you have a copy of the Blu-ray, or are you going to just stick with your digital copy? Because I am sure what they are going to do to us, I'm not going to say for us, I'm going to say to us, is they will come out with a 3D version that I'm assuming will include those deleted scenes and outtakes that weren't available here on this particular copy of the Blu-ray. Just another way to get us to buy the copy for a second time. So that's what I'm assuming is going to happen. I'm not really a fan of that, but of course I want that additional content just like anybody else would like to have. So let me know what your thoughts are. Are you displeased with that, just as I am, or is it something that you would come to expect from Star Wars, and it's just part of the landscape, and so it costs to kind of play, if you will. So which I understand. I'm a Star Wars collector. I buy stuff purely off of passion, for the passion of Star Wars. So I totally understand that. And I more than likely will be buying not only the Blu-ray, but the 3D copy as well, just for the additional content. So let me know what you guys think and what your thoughts are about that. Leave those comments down below. And may the Force be with you always.